करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम सदाशिवसमारंभां शंकराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ओम नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यंबकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय मृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः। ओम समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। Hari Om, salutations to all. Apologies once again for the delayed start today. Kashika Stotram is what we have been seeing. Today we see one of the famous verses, that is the fourth verse. काश्यां हि काश्यते काशी काशी सर्वप्रकाशिका सा काशी viditā yena tena प्राप्ता हि काशिका. Sounds like some tongue twister or play of words, but very beautiful meaning this has. Kashyam hi kashyate kashi. Kashyam means in Kashi. Kashyate is to shine. Kashi here is the self. Kashyam hi kashyate kashi. Who is that self? So who is shining in Kashi is Kashi Vishwanath Bhagwan, and that Kashi Vishwanath Bhagwan is the self. That's what is the point here. And that self, Kashi sarva-prakāshika, is the one which illumines, enlivens everything. Sa Kashi viditā yena, whoever knows that self. We are saying that self as though it is something far away, but it is only because at the moment our identification is with the BMI, and so we say this BMI, that self. But actually it is the opposite. It is supposed to be that BMI and this self which is me, which is my nature. So sa kashi viditā yena, whoever knows the self, tena prapta hi kashika, that person really has attained this liberation. Kashika in the last word means liberation. They have attained, means they have really visited Kashi and they have attained liberation. So that is the basic meaning here. Kashyam hi kashyate kashi. So as a place, when we say yes, Kashi Vishwanath Bhagwan, in Kashi, we go to Kashi because of Bhagwan Vishwanath. And he is manifest there as a Jyotirlinga. Kashyam hi kashyate kashi. But body itself is called a Kashi Kshetra. The next verse of this will explain that in more detail, that we take up tomorrow. Kashyam hi kashyate kashi. In the body, the one who is illumining is the self. So Kashyam hi kashyate kashi. What is the meaning of self is illumining? So if we have some darkness, we put on the light, then the light illumines everything. In darkness, we are not able to see the things. When we put on the light, then what is there becomes evident. Is it like that, some illumination? So the language has limitations, and using the language we have to communicate that which is limitless. So we have to understand what it means. Illumine here means what? It has different connotations. Illumine here means just like the mind. So just like this light, like the light manifests because of the electricity. Through that tube light, electricity functions, then the light is there. In the light of that tube light, everything else is seen. Now, does the tube light have its own light? It cannot, it does not have its own light. It is drawing its power from the electricity. Same way, this body, the senses, the mind, the intellect, through these we are able to perceive the world. In the BMI chart of Gurudev, body, mind, intellect, they are able to perceive, feel and think the objects, emotions and thoughts. How? No, Swami, they are doing because they are alive. By itself they cannot function. They are made up of 5 elements which are inert. Subtle 5 elements make up the mind, intellect, vasanas, sense faculties, pranas. Gross 5 elements make up this gross body. But both are inert by themselves. Like the tube light by itself is not capable of giving light. But when it is enlivened by the touch of the self, which is the consciousness, then this becomes alive, this capable of functioning, perceiving, feeling, thinking. And so, in the example of electricity also, that electricity enlivens that bulb or the tube light, then it is able to give light. In that same way, this BMI is enlivened by consciousness. Otherwise, it is just Jadavastu, inert. So, what is the definition of inert and sentient in Vedanta? Swayam bhati anyan bhasayet sadhanam vina. That which knows itself and in its presence other things are known without a medium. That is called conscious. That is consciousness. Inert does not know itself, does not know anything around it. So what makes this knowledge happen is the subtle body. Infinite consciousness enlivens the subtle body. That subtle body identifies with the gross, then this becomes capable of functioning. So that capability to enliven and be independent, it has no cause. See, the body is enlivened because of consciousness. Now we say consciousness is enlivened because of what? If some other consciousness, then there are two consciousnesses. Both become finite. Both will get perished. They will get destroyed. And what is the point of two consciousnesses? If they are doing the same enlivening. So the point is that that cause is ultimate cause, is the causeless cause. It is Swayambhu. It is self-effulgent. Swayam Jyotihi. Hence, there is only one consciousness which is experienced by us as I am and which does not depend on the BMI. BMI depends on it. Electricity is there, bulb is fused, no light. If bulb is proper, light will come. So the nature of that consciousness is Swayam Jyoti, self-effulgent and Swatantra. It is independent. It doesn't depend on BMI. So whoever understands this, Kāśyam hi kāśyate Kāśī, Kāśī sarva-prakāshika. And that Kāśī is, that self is enlivener of everything in this universe. What does that mean? See, that is what we chant when we do the arati. The Vedic mantra we chant is in Mundaka Upanishad, Kathopanishad, different Upanishads it is there. Na tatra suryo bhati na chandra tarakam nema vidyuto bhanti kutoyam agnihi tameva bhantam anubhati sarvam tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. So when we light the camphor is symbol of our ego. And in the earlier days, the sanctum sanctorum used to be dark. Even today, many temples, South India and other places you go, the sanctum will be dark. They will not use tube light and all that. And if you want to have darshan of Bhagavan, they have to do arati. Lamp may be lit there, but it will be on the sides. So one can't see clearly. When they do the arati, take it close to the face of Bhagavan, then we can have the mukha darshan. So that ego has to be burnt. And how the ego burns? In Bhakti Marg we say through surrender, in Jnana we say through the fire of knowledge. That camphor will burn fully, that is surrender. And that fire of knowledge, in that we see. What is the vision we have? So we chant, Natatra Suryo Bhati, you are that God state of consciousness, Chaitanya Swarup Atma, where the sun doesn't illumine, nor the moon, nor the stars, nor the lightning, then what about this fire? How can this fire illumine? It is after your illumination that all these are able to function. The sun, moon, stars, lightning, fire is functioning because of presence of the self. So there it means that intellect is the buddhi, is symbolic of logic. Surya, I meant Surya is a symbol of buddhi, which is logic. And through logic one can't grasp the self. One can use logic to convince oneself that there is the Atma beyond BMI. But beyond that one can't do anything with logic. So, Natatra Suryo Bhati. Logically, through thought, through a certain argument, one cannot grasp the self. Then, Na Chandra. Chandra represents the mind. The self is not some emotional experience that comes and goes. Suddenly in meditation you experience something and say, oh, now I have realized the self. Nema vidyuto bhanti. It is not like the lightning. So it is not the pranas, nor the fire. Fire is vacho devata vannihi. So fire is symbol of the sense of speech. Meaning, and this speech also is connected to food. This one indriya is common in jnana and karmendriya. So meaning through the senses also one cannot grasp. It is not some object to be seen, heard, tasted, smelled, touched. It cannot be grasped. Meaning all the equipment, body, mind, intellect, senses, they fail. Why? Because your illumination makes them empowered. You are the cause, they are the effect. Tam eva bhantam, not tvameva bhantam. So many people chant it wrongly. Tvameva bhantam. No, tam eva bhantam. Anubhati sarvam. When there is a sense of aham in us, because of that, there is ability to see, hear, taste, smell, touch. So when we say, I am seeing, I am hearing, I am tasting, I am touching, I am happy, I am sad, I am tall, I am dark, I am young, I am successful, I am atheist. I am is first. That aham, I am. That is the self. And that I am will remain even if BMI is not there. That's why it is indestructible. I am will never become I am not. It is Sat. Even the whole Srishti gets destroyed, that I am will not get destroyed. Like the water remains, waves can rise and fall, nothing happens. Water remains as it is. So in that way, that aham is the self. And that aham, the self in me, is that same consciousness which illumines all the other jivas and all the other things also. So Kāśī sarva-prakāshika. Kāśyam hi kāśyate Kāśī. In this body, which is Kāśī, Kāśyate, shines the self, Kāśī. And that self in me is the self everywhere. Kāśī sarva-prakāshika. In its light, everything is known. So once I am is unexperienced, then the BMI are able to function, and in that light of the BMI, we are able to see the whole world. The same thing happening in every jiva and even in every non-living thing, the pure existence, it exists. So Kāśī sarva-prakāshika. Kāśyam hi kāśyate Kāśī, Kāśī sarva-prakāshika. Sa Kāśī viditā yena. That Kāśī which has been known. That Kāśī which has been known, meaning one may visit Kāśī as a place, one may do darshan of Bhagwan Kāśī Vishwanath also. But what is the point there? See, in many temples, like even there in Kāśī Vishwanath, the linga is little below the ground level. If you go to Jagdishwar Mandir at Powai also, it is below the ground level. Down, one has to go. Why? The idea is you turn within, you have to look at Bhagwan, you bend. So let there be humility, bend down, and you look down, meaning turn within, turn introvert. So when we see the Jyotirlinga, our mind should go immediately to that consciousness. This is Chinmaya, this is infinite consciousness. In my own heart, it is throbbing as aham, aham, aham. Be in touch with that aham. Any adjectives come, let them go. Don't encourage the adjectives. Just stay with I am, aham. So, sa Kāśī viditā yena. Again, I am saying that Kāśī who has known. That is because of this identification. Otherwise, it is supposed to be this Kāśī, this. Because that means far, this means here. So we say this body, this I, that computer. So the closer is called as this, further is called as that. Sa Kāśī viditā yena. This self which has been known, once that has been known, tena prapta hi Kāśika. Then that is really attaining Kāśī or visiting Kāśī. When we say visit Kāśī in life at least once, it means be aware of that self. Get to know about the self. That's the purpose of human life. The Upanishad says that Atma va are drashtavyaha. This Atma is what has to be seen, has to be experienced. And it is experienced every minute. It is the very source of all experiences. But my attention is not there. So we say shift the attention. Atma ava are drashtavyaha. How? Shrotavyaha, mantavyaha, nididhyasitavyaha. Through Shravan, mana, nididhyasan, listening, reflection, contemplation. So the person who has visited Kāśī once, meaning who has turned within, who is trying to know the self and who comes to know the self, sa Kāśī viditā yena, tena prapta hi Kāśika. That person really has attained Kāśika, means self, and that means liberation here. What is the definition of liberation here? It is not going to Swarga, it is not going to some loka of some devata, it is not going fulfillment of some desire. Liberation here means freedom from this false notion that I am this finite jiva, I am this limited entity, and abidance in the self, that my nature is indestructible, infinite consciousness. I am Brahman, I am infinite consciousness. That is real liberation. No matter where one goes, what one becomes, however subtler the enjoyments are or however subtler the world there is, the person has to come back till one doesn't realize this self. The real liberation is only this. And that's why when he said Kāśī maranat muktihi, what has to die in Kāśī? The camphor will completely extinguish itself in the vision of Bhagwan. The ego has to just drop in the vision of the self. That is called death at Kāśī. And for that the Guru mantra Bhagwan is giving, Taraka mantra. So contemplate on Om, not as some far away further entity, some sound. Contemplate on Om as the self. Contemplate on Ram. Who is Ram? Ram is Sarveshwaramante, that self who is shining in the hearts of all. And Sarve Ramante Yasmin, in whom all take delight, is Ram. Ram delights everybody and in whom everyone takes delight. That is the self. So when one understands that, that is called Kashi Maranat Muktihi from Vedantic standpoint. So whoever knows the self, I am, that person has known Kashi, that person has attained liberation. Everyone has to otherwise go through certain level of evolution, go to Swarga, go to some Vaikuntha Loka, Kailash Loka, all that. And there Bhagavan can bless with knowledge and one will attain. Or one has to come back on in the cycle of birth and death on the earth, do the sadhana, to realize the truth through the Upadesh of the Guru, Shravan, Manan, Nididhyasan, wake up. So that's the words today and that's what we will contemplate upon. Sit erect. Close your eyes gently. Relax the shoulders. Let your hands be in your lap, palms facing the sky. Come to a comfortable posture without any strain in any part of the body. Invoke gratitude in your heart. Today is the last Shravan Somvar, day dear to Bhagwan Shiva. Thank Bhagwan for all the sadhanas you have been able to do in Shravan month. For all the joy that you have experienced through the sadhana, single pointedness, in spite of any wandering, etc. You have sustained your sadhana. Thank Bhagwan. Feel the gratitude in your heart. We are able to take Bhagwan's name or do his puja or japa or contemplation, all by the grace of Bhagwan. Suggest to the mind that for the next 30 minutes I am steady and still without any movements. I am alert, awake, and quiet. I am only a seeker, a devotee, and my goal is self-realization. Relax the body, get some deep breathing. As we say inhale, take a slow, steady and deep breath. Fill your lungs with light and energy. As we say relax, exhale all the air. Let go of any stress or strain. If you like, you can even visualize the whole body flooded with light as you inhale. And let it go out through the fingers and the toes as you relax. And know that this is the prana shakti enlivening the BMI. Exhale all the air. Inhale. Relax. Inhale. Relax. Inhale. Relax. Inhale. Relax. Inhale. Relax. Continue at your own pace. In the space between the two eyebrows or in your heart, visualize a circle of white light. Invoke the auspicious form of your Sadguru. Feel that you are in front of your Sadguru. Thank the Sadguru for all the grace and guidance, for all the knowledge, love and compassion. Chinmayam vyapi yat sarvam trailokyam sacharacharam tatpadam darshitam yena tasmai shri gurave namaha. Prostrations to the Guru. Who has indicated the state of consciousness that pervades the whole universe, which is in the sentient and the inert. To that Guru we offer our gratitude and salutations. Offer some flowers at the feet of the Sadguru. Perform a pradakshina. Come to prostrate in front of the Sadguru. Repose the form of the Sadguru back into your heart. Visualize the form of the divine city of Kashi. The various ghats of Kashi. You pick up one lota of water from the Dashashvamedh Ghat. Walk up to the temple of Bhagwan Kashi Vishwanath. Enter into the sanctum sanctorum. There's a golden rectangle. Inside, a little below the ground level, is the yoni. Again, golden yoni. And there is the auspicious Jyotirlinga, Bhagwan Kashi Vishwanath. Today being Somvar, we will offer Abhishek to Bhagwan mentally. And just like the water pervades the linga, may our mind be pervaded by consciousness through steady contemplation. As we offer the Abhishek to Bhagwan, we will chant Om Namah Shivaya. 27 times with all devotion and surrender. Offer the Abhisheka. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Continue mentally. You have completed the Abhisheka. Wipe the linga of Bhagavan with a nice cloth. Offer a white cloth around the linga as vastra. Apply 3 lines of bhasma on the Shivalinga. Offer chandan with your ring finger in the central line. Offer some kumkum in the chandan, some rice, akshata. Offer a bilva patra. Darshanam bilva patrasya sparshanam papanashanam aghora papa samharam ekabilvam shivarpanam. Offer the bilva patra to Bhagavan. Tridalam trigunakaram trinetram chatrayayudham trijanma papa samharam ekabilvam shivarpanam. Offer the second bilva patra. Kashi kshetra nivasam cha kala bhairava pujanam kotikanya mahadanam ekabilvam shivarpanam. Offer the third bilva patra. Offer a garland. show some agarbatti to Bhagwan while ringing the bell. Light a lamp and hold it steadily in front of the linga. Light a camphor. Circle it around 3 times as you ring the bell. Om न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चन्द्रतारकम् नेमा विद्युतो भान्ति कुतोऽयमग्निः तमेव भान्तमनुभाति सर्वम् तस्य भासा सर्वमिदं विभाति. Show the arti to Bhagwan. Take the arti. Put it aside. Perform a pradakshina and prostrate in front of Bhagwan. Sit in front of Bhagwan and we contemplate on the self. काश्यां हि काश्यते काशी काशी सर्वप्रकाशिका सा काशी विदिता येन तेन प्राप्ता हि काशिका. Bhagwan Kashi Vishwanath is the self experienced every moment as I am aware, and I am blissful. Sat, Chit, and Anand. This body is the kshetra of Kashi, and the heart is the sanctum sanctorum. And we feel the presence of Bhagwan as Aham. I am. Only when I am, then I am able to think, feel, act. This I am is resplendent, effulgent. So it is Kashi. that I am is the enlivener of everything. In fact, it only appears as everything. Whoever knows this abides in this self as I am has truly attained liberation, has truly visited Kashi. We are that awareness. I am not the thoughts, not the body, not the feelings. I am consciousness. Be aware of this feeling that you are. I am the enlivener of thoughts as consciousness. Shift the attention from the object to the subject. I am the awareness and the content of the thought cannot touch me, cannot affect me. Before the thought, I am. During the thought, I am. After the thought, also I am. Whatever thought arises, just focus back on I am. That state indicated by I am. Infinite existence, consciousness and bliss. I am the awareness that enlivens the body, the prana, the mind, and the intellect, the ego. By themselves, these are inert. I am consciousness enlivening them.